In 1982, fear entered American homes in the most ordinary way imaginable. Not through dark alleys, not through strangers at the door, not through war, but through a bottle of medicine sitting quietly on a store shelf. It was trusted, familiar, common, a household name, Tylenol. And within days, it became associated with sudden death. This is the story of the Tylenol murders, one of the most chilling unsolved crimes in modern history. A crime so shocking, it changed how products are packaged forever, and a mystery that may never be solved. It began in the Chicago area. Chicago, September 1982. 20-year-old Mary Kellerman woke up feeling sick. Like millions of people do, she reached for a bottle of extra-strength Tylenol. She swallowed a capsule. Moments later, she collapsed. Her family had no idea what happened. At first, it looked like sudden illness, a tragic medical emergency. Then it happened again and again. A postal worker, a flight attendant, a young mother, a newlywed. Ordinary people living ordinary lives. Suddenly dead after taking the same medicine. Healthy one moment, gone the next. 7 people died, and investigators began to realize something horrifying. This was not coincidence. Someone had opened bottles of Tylenol, removed the capsules, filled them with deadly cyanide, then placed them back on store shelves for strangers to buy. Random victims. No warning, no pattern, no obvious target. Anyone could have been next. Imagine that fear. Every medicine cabinet suddenly became suspicious. Every pill bottle looked dangerous. Families threw out medications. Parents panicked. Hospitals prepared for more poisonings. Police raced against time. Was the poison inside the factory? Was it contamination during shipping? Was it terrorism? Or was there a killer walking into stores, quietly planting death? The answer was chilling. Investigators believed the tampering happened after the bottles were already in stores, meaning someone had weaponized trust itself. The nation watched in horror, and Johnson & Johnson, Tylenol's manufacturer, faced a massive decision: protect profits or protect people. They chose action immediately. They recalled over 30 million bottles, an enormous financial hit, hundreds of millions of dollars lost. But the move likely saved countless lives. Then came a revolution in packaging: sealed caps, protective neckbands, foil barriers, tamper-evident packaging. Things we barely notice today exist because of those 7 deaths. But the biggest question remained: who did it? Investigators chased leads for years. One man sent extortion letters demanding money. His name was James William Lewis. Days after panic swept across Chicago, after innocent people collapsed without warning, and after the nation realized that something as ordinary as a bottle of pain reliever could become a weapon, a chilling letter arrived. The message was cold, calculated, precise. It demanded $1 million, pay, or the death would continue. Investigators moved quickly, tracing the extortion letter back to Lewis. And just like that, he became the face of the investigation. The man many believed could be America's most terrifying, unseen killer. But who was he? Lewis was no ordinary suspect. He was intelligent, secretive, and deeply unsettling to investigators. He had a criminal past, a history of deception, and a reputation for using aliases and manipulating those around him. The more authorities looked into him, the darker the picture seemed to become. On paper, he looked like the perfect suspect. But criminal investigations are not built on suspicion alone. They are built on proof, and that proof never came. No fingerprints connected him to the poisoned bottles. No witness ever placed him near the stores where the deadly capsules appeared. No forensic evidence tied him to the cyanide. No clear timeline showed he was physically involved in placing those bottles on the shelves. The evidence simply wasn't there. What prosecutors could prove was extortion. James William Lewis was convicted for trying to profit from terror, but never for murder. And that left investigators and the public with a haunting question. Was Lewis the mastermind behind one of America's most infamous crimes? Or was he simply a cold opportunist, a man trying to cash in on tragedy created by someone else? That question remains unanswered. No courtroom confession, no final arrest that closed the case. Just silence and mystery. Somewhere, perhaps, the person responsible lived out life in freedom, unknown, unpunished, unseen. The Tylenol murders changed America forever, not because of the number of victims, but because it shattered something invisible. Trust. Trust in what we buy. Trust in what we consume. Trust in everyday life. And that may be what makes this case so terrifying. Because monsters do not always hide in shadows. Sometimes they hide in plain sight and leave poison on the shelf. If you enjoyed this true crime story, subscribe, because history is full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered.